Alright! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. My friends, in the last episode, we began the class trial of Sayaka. And we didn't really find out that much. Basically, people were talking about very obvious things that even somebody like me understood. But then we got to the point in which it was revealed that Sayaka was the one who ended up taking the knife from the kitchen. You know, the knife that ended up being thrust into her stomach by somebody. So we're still trying to figure out exactly how that happened. But that was the big plot point that we revealed on the end of last episode. So I'm excited to hear more and mess with these characters a little bit more, because it's always fun for me too. So here we go. I'm excited. What is gonna be revealed? I don't know. You guys probably do, but I don't. Oh right, Mondo was saying, wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Thank you, Kyoko. Also, it was revealed that all the hair in Makoto's room was cleaned up. Everyone still thinks I committed the murder on Sayaka, which we obviously know is not true, but the class doesn't agree with that because it happened in my room. But Kyoko is on our side here and trying to explain that why would all our hair be cleaned up if it was our room, which I still don't understand the point about that, because I could still clean it up and then be in this exact same position and be like, why would I clean it up? Well, that's why I would clean it up, so I could say, why would I clean it up? But that is essentially what they're trying to say right now.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Correct, Chihiro.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Are we sure that we can decide that you should even be participating, Taka? Because honestly, you've said nothing of use anymore. You've said nothing of use since this class trial started, so maybe we should have an anonymous vote to shut you up the rest of the trial.
There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Okay, do tell.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Okay, I would like to hear these reasons too.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
There's a few things remarkable at the bathroom at the scene. Mostly, I would say it contains a dead body, but besides
Sayaka
that...
was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Right, I believe we established this as fact.
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
Right.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
Yes. The door was broken.
What do you mean?
Yeah, Celeste, shut up. Did you even look at the crime? The door was broken.
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Right, yes. The entire door was, like, off of its, like, hinges, bro. It was, like, almost, like, laying on the ground.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Okay, why do you gotta ask me? There's, like, a million other people here. It's because you got the hots for me. I got the hots for you, too, but it's okay. The killer struggled to get in the bathroom. The evidence that proves that is... oh, I have to select something here? Evidence of struggle? No. I'm just looking at the picture that matches up, pretty much. What picture? Oh, okay, we got bathroom doorknob and bathroom door frame. Kitchen knife, Awie's account. Okay, so it's one of those two. Bathroom doorknob or bathroom door frame. Can I look at more information? Makoto's bathroom door was difficult to open due to it not fitting in the door frame properly. Makoto's doorknob had been broken. The screws holding it in the place of partial... Okay, right. So, obviously it's this. Well, I would think it's this because this would show that the killer needed a way to get in. And they couldn't just get in by turning the doorknob, I would think.
I got it!
Is that right?
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Okay, yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm following what you're saying.
What doorknob?
Is this the first time you've even opened your mouth this trial, Hero? I'm pretty sure it is, because every time you make a comment, I remember just because of how dumb the things are that you say.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Anyone could notice that.
See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Right, yes.
Oh, yeah, true. But what does it mean?
It means that you literally need to use that brain that I hope that you have, Chihiro, because it means that the killer clearly couldn't get into the bathroom by turning the doorknob naturally.
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
Right. But how did they do that?
This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
Okay, this is true. Why would I have trouble with my own bathroom door? Since I'm a guy, it's not supposed to lock, right? So, since I know the trick to opening it, why would I have... Right, okay, that makes... I'm following.
So
I'm
what?
following.
You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
Right, here's the thing though, Leon. The fact that the door doesn't lock means that there's another way to open it. That doesn't involve a lock. You see what I'm getting at here, buddy? Man, these people just gotta use their brains a little bit
But
better.
if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Okay, see how your head's spazzing out on the left? I'm gonna need you to go down from a 72 to at least a 35, okay? Can you do that for me? And we'll be at a better place.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Whatever we gotta do, Kyoko. Whatever we gotta do to make these fools get it. I mean, I don't get it myself, but I'm getting it more than they are. Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Oh, there's more? Dude, I can't take it. I'm literally gonna forget everything I just learned a few minutes ago, too, that they tried to introduce. Because I record some of these back-to-back, so it was only a few minutes, even though it's the next day for you guys. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. Okay? And no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. Right. Okay, so they're gonna put multiple yellow things on my screen now. What I'm trying to say is not all weak points you see are necessarily false. Okay, great. Use a truthful and a wrong one. Not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone. Your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if your influence gauge rate's 0, you fail. Yeah, I've gotten that part. You have to rely on your own logic to determine what weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Okay, so now I'm essentially going to have multiple choice here. This is like a multiple choice quiz, and I have to choose the right answer. Got it. Good luck and have fun. Shut up with that. I'm never going to accept that as fact, bro. Have fun. This is not... I mean, I guess it is fun, but it's not fun for them. It's probably a little thing stressful for them. All right, bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Yes, you were right. It did.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Okay, I agree with that.
She then fled into the bathroom.
If Kyoko says it, I agree with her. Pretty
Then the
much.
killer ran after her,
We think, yes.
and they got into the bathroom.
Uh-huh, but we still don't know how they did that.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Right, yeah, I think so.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, she didn't. Oh, that was terrible aim.
The culprit had Sayaka cornered.
Okay, I'm gonna see what they have to say. Can you just not talk, Hero? Like, even if you say the correct...
Wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it.
Both of you. Can you just both of you not talk?
We already know the answer.
Even if Hero says something correct, like he just did, it still, like, sounds like it's wrong because it's Hero saying it. The real reason for that is... Alright, I think I know which one I have to shoot here.
Sayaka was first. She then
I love the little mouse voices. Chipmunk.
At that point, the killer.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
How about that?
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong. But we're right that that's wrong.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
And why was it then, Makoto?
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Bingo. That's exactly what my hypothesis was.
Yes. Yes. Now that you mention
Yes.
it, that is
Yes.
true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Well, I think it's time we explain to them our little trick, Makoto. A little problem with our bathroom door that, for some reason, we're the only one who has to deal with this issue.
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Well, I don't blame Leon for not knowing, because we haven't mentioned this up until now for some reason. I don't know why, but...
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right.
Right, exactly.
Monokuma over there can testify to that.
We're gonna have the bear testify. I think we're screwed if we're put in a position like that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all.
No, it's not, is it?
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, when you think about it that way, I guess that is actually kind of fortunate for Sayaka, but then again, it didn't end up being completely fortunate 'cause she still ended up dying.
But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Right, so even though you had an advantage, Sayaka, you still couldn't avoid being killed. That is truly unfortunate for you.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Maybe because he tried to get in or she tried to get in and couldn't get in. So they assumed it was locked, even if it was a boy's room? No, because they thought they thought the rooms were switched. Right? They thought they were... No, they didn't know the rooms were switched, I mean. They thought they were in Sayaka's room the whole time, so they assumed the door was locked.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
Right, but the thing is, the killer didn't know that he was in, or she was in a boy. I don't know why I keep saying he. I just feel like it's a guy in this situation because I'm the only suspect I have is Mondo, but it could easily be a girl. I'm just basing this off of me thinking it's Mondo. I don't know even why I think it's Mondo. It's just, he's been the most suspicious to me during this class trial.
The killer could easily
I should
make
be
that
using
mistake,
more of a neutral.
thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
I should be using more neutral tone. I should be saying they or it or whatever. One important detail, something the killer didn't know. For some reason, they were convinced the door was locked. Which means the important detail the killer didn't know was... Right, the crime took place in Makoto's room.
I got it!
Because they thought it took
Killer
place in
must not
Sayaka's
have
room.
realized that it was my room.
See, now I'm saying they, not he or she, because it could be either of them, and I don't want to be wrong, or I don't want to be right, and then you guys be like, well, how did he know it was a guy? Well, I'd already told you.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
Close your mouth.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Right, well, the nameplates were switched. We established that fact.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms.
Right. The nameplates are switched. We already went over
Which is what
this.
led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then...
It really wouldn't have changed much, to be honest, because the door would have been locked then, instead of it just being stuck. So no matter what, the killer still would have had to break in. So this doesn't really change much in the grand scheme of things.
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
Which they did anyway.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Well, yeah, so I guess if he or she knew the trick, right, to open the bathroom door, then they wouldn't have had to break in. But considering nobody knew that, except me, it doesn't change the situation no matter what.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
I mean, it literally looks like that they took the entire doorknob off the frame. Yeah, they like unscrewed it looks like they took the entire door off the frame. So even if they unscrewed the doorknob, I think they like also busted the door down too. At least that's what it looked like the scene of the crime.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Something I would never do. Oh, I'm too good for that. It's such an activity. I'm gonna go read a newspaper and laugh at all the peasants I read about, all the homeless people that died this week.
I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Right.
That is a definite possibility.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yep, mm-hmm.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
I mean, it makes sense. They are right. Makoto wouldn't have any reason to bust down his door if he knows the trick to opening it. So, which yet again, he could... If Makoto's smart enough, right, if you're thinking this through, he could technically do it and then claim he wouldn't do it, because why would he do it since he knows the trick? I'm just saying. It's very easy then to just pin it on somebody else. But I think everyone knows Makoto's not that smart.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Exactly. We'll just go with that. That's what I've been trying to tell you. It works for proving our innocence, so I'll shut up.
Okay, then who did do it?
Calm down. I'm looking at you, actually. I think you did it.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
I don't think it works like that here.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Then you all die. It's that simple. You have to vote for somebody. At least that's how I think the rules were explained.
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
And every time I think that there's a dumb character that's dumber than the rest, a new one comes and becomes even more dumb than the rest. What kind of suggestion is that?
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, it's my point.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Why don't you do it? Do the thing that needs to be done. I'd like to see you try.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Why don't you contribute something, Celeste? You haven't done anything.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Okay, Hina, I'm listening. I didn't expect you to be the one to come up with something, but I'm intrigued now.
Oh, you.
I mean, I can't necessarily blame her for saying that because Hina hasn't exactly shown that she's the type to really contribute that much, but you could have been a little nicer about it.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yo, why is that actually like the smartest thing anyone's ever asked in this trial? What? I did not expect that to come from her. Bro, I was sort of talking about that earlier. Before the class trial even started, I was like, well, how did the killer even get in the room? We were talking about that thing with the room key, right? And that's when I sort of glossed over that point. I totally forgot about that. That's a really good question, Hina. I am seeing you in a whole new light. Let's keep it up.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Do you have to say that just so, like, suspiciously?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Thing is, Leona, it's not, because I was just talking about the key, and the key was inside of the room the entire time. I would have to imagine, since why would Sayaka have left the room with it, considering she was scared crapless?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Yeah, I agree with Hitaka for once.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Maybe, but that sort of seems like it would be a dumb resolution.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Okay, so toss that out the window.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
He's about to say the dumbest thing I've ever heard, isn't he? I would, if I was a betting man, I would definitely put all my chips in the middle on that.
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
And he even surpassed my expectations for how stupid a thing he could have said. Yes, Miss Maizono, scared of a killer trying to come in and kill her, would just open the door to somebody who randomly knocked. That's exactly what it was.
No, that can't be it either.
Yeah, you tell him, Makoto. Make this man understand how dumb he is, please, because I can't do it from the screen, from behind the screen where I am.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
You look like a frog nerd, gumdrop dumpling. I don't even know, bro, but like, the fact that you have the nerve to actually think that highly of yourself is crazy.
Oh, why exactly can't that be it?
The reason there's no way Sayaka invited the killer into the room. I already have the answer. Oh, we have to select something. Okay. Toolkit, cleanliness, wrist, dying message, door frame. No. What is this? What is this? The night of the murder, when the victim was discovered, Makoto's key was also found. What? Is that it? What's the question here? I already forgot the question, bro. Why? It was like why she wouldn't let them in? Well, she was... We switched rooms because she was scared in the first place. That's what I have to think it is.
I got it!
Yeah. The description was kind of weird,
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember?
Right.
That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Right, exactly. I didn't understand what... the description of the item was kind of, like, throwing me off, but that was the only thing that made sense in the situation. Hey, it's kind of weird to see you alive again. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if for sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. What's the point of even switching? Right, exactly.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Is was now? What'd you say? Kyoko, let's not just say, like, things like that, please. I don't think that could be the case. Are you serious?
Huh?
What
the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
Yeah, why would she lie about something like that? Well, you got a lot of explaining to do, because, we knew she took the knife, right? But we didn't know why she took the knife. You know, I don't really know how I didn't think of it earlier, but that actually makes some sort of sense, in a way, if she was planning to do something with that knife, but clearly it didn't end up that way.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Look at what? There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Where the hell did you get that? Are you withholding evidence for no reason until now? Like, why did you wait to show this? Check the nameplates to make sure you didn't get the wrong room, okay? No shot, bucko. Are you telling me she switched the nameplates?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
Bro, there's no way.
And these are the words that appear.
Bro, there's no way that she actually instigated this entire thing, right?
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Okay, so Kyoko knows all of these crazy detective moves. Got it. She's incredible. But it's also incredible how she doesn't have anything to say until it's time to say it.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
Mm-hmm. I'd never heard of that move, but cool.
When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Yeah, Hina, you would definitely think of all these crazy type of different things you could do. All right, cool.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Okay, great. Oh, great. I did not see this coming, although maybe I should have.
Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Remember how I was talking about those trust issues, bro? Remember how I was talking about those trust issues I have? And the game actually made me think that I was wrong in having them. So are you telling me that this girl had that knife on her while she was in the room one-on-one with me? In the soundproof room. Just talking to me after nighttime. She could have tried to kill me. She could have tried to kill Makoto right there and then, if that is what they're trying to say here.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
I mean, clearly she didn't intend to kill me, or she would have tried, but...
So, Makoto, did you write this?
Obviously not, you dumb butt.
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you did.
Makoto is going through some grief here.
The note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
He's going through quite the range of emotions, I'd say, right now, having come to this realization. Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
He's sweating, bro. He's like, no, I didn't see this coming.
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
Right.
She She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
This is insane, dude. This is insane that this entire time this whole thing was driven by her. But she did not end up succeeding, clearly.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Every time I think it can't get worse with this man, bro. Every time I think. The game just one-ups me. It's like, oh, you thought? Just wait.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Really? Oh, sure, then why? You're just gonna mention that for no reason then,
But
clearly.
can we be sure anyone even got this note?
I don't know.
And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Okay, why? I'm interested. I'm willing to hear you out, but why? Can you tell me?
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Not really, but... well, I said I would, but at the same time, I don't really want to.
Very well then. Pay attention.
I'm paying attention. I'm paying it? Okay, it's in an argument, so we're gonna have to argue against it. Alright, dorm nameplates. Kafumi, bro.
Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Makoto!
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Yeah, it does.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Right.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No. Oh my goodness, my aim is terrible.
Even if someone did read it, they would not have any...
No, because she didn't know, because the nameplates were switched, bro. The nameplates were switched. She switched the nameplates, bro. We already talked about this.
It specifically said, I see. Then they would have gone to... Exactly.
The room that...
No, it's wrong.
Break. She switched the dang nameplates, bro. She switched the damn nameplates. And she did it. She did it. I'm on to her, bro. I'm on to her. You right there, right above my head. Am I looking at her? I'm on to you. You playing this whole dang thing, but it backfired. You ended up dying. How? How and who? Still don't know. But one thing I am for sure is that she was behind the whole... Yeah, she instigated this entire little thing, bro.
They got switched?
Yeah, they got switched, yes.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves.
And it was her who did it. It was freaking Sayaka, bro.
As a result,
I'm 100%
the nameplate
sure.
on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Yep. Maybe I do have some lawyer skills, bro. Maybe my dad did pass some of them down to me. I don't know. It's possible. Maybe I didn't think I possessed them, and I do. Who the heck knows?
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
Right.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Yeah, we've been over this already.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Right, so the whole point of switching rooms was completely pointless, so why did we do it? Why did we switch rooms? That's a question. Why did we even switch rooms then? If she would just switch the nameplates.
Plus, their rooms are right next to
I actually
each
don't know
other,
the answer to that.
So switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Right, but why? What was the whole point of it switching rooms then?
And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
That's correct, Kyoko. It was not.
Right?
he's come. It's hard for him to come to grips with this. I can imagine, bro. This is the girl he liked, so I get it.
Okay, then who did it?
What is that face? Why are you like grimacing like that? It's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. It's gotta be Sayaka, bro.
I got it!
Yep.
Me and Sayaka
I'm putting
were
it
the
together.
only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
Which makes sense considering we know she had the knife on her. We've already discussed this. Clearly, she meant to commit murder. I would think. I don't think she was just wanted that meet with somebody late at night after she said she was scared shitless.
You can also infer as much from her note.
You know, that does... Man, this is insane, dude. There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Right. Yep.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
Yes, well, this is the question. But also, not just that, but why did we even switch rooms in the first place if she was gonna switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
Right, okay, yes, I get that. I get that part, but it goes even further than that is my question. Why even switch rooms in the first place, then, if she wanted to hide the fact that it was Makoto's room?
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room.
Alright.
That's where the answer lies.
I'm just going with whatever Kyoko says, dude. She clearly can take control over the situation, knows what she's talking about, so I'm just gonna go with that.
What happened then was probably...
Oh, what happened, Taga? What do you think happened?
Whoever she invited over came in and attacked her!
Maybe?
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty clear.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Oh my goodness, Mondo, you just went up 10 points on the little salad favoritism scale. That was great.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes?
Yes.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Okay, then let's go over it.
Yes, I think you're right.
Such a cute little pose she does. I'm sorry, bro. She's so cute.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
How are we supposed to do that if we weren't there?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Well, I don't think it was just sitting on the floor out of its sheath for no reason, so I'm gonna have to assume yes.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself.
Right, which we talked about a little back in the day when we went over that, but she wanted something for self-defense, and we found the sword, and she was like, oh, you should hold on to it. Was she planning something right there and then? Like, all the way back then? That's kind of insane if that's true.
It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
Oh, right, but the killer ended up using it, not Sayaka, so maybe that hypothesis is wrong.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Well, I mean, that is also a good question, but I think that there was the glowy paint, right? The glowy paint, I remember that. Because it was like, why was there glowy paint? Right, this thing. There's glowy paint, the glittery thing.
I got it!
And the sword had the glitter on it.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Yep, I remember that.
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Yes. No, that makes sense to me. That one I got pretty easily.
Is that gold?
The fakest gold you'll ever find, but yes.
It sure is.
Fool's gold.
Specifically.
And you're the fool.
Gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
Pause.
And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Good job. Amazing. Give yourself a pat on the back for filling in the blank.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Do they have to, like, make him speak, like, ever? Like, is there a reason he has to be here? What does he bring to the table exactly? Tell me. What does he bring to the table? And I'm not talking about the food that he eats, okay? I would like to know.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Do you have the answer? Because I sure as heck don't think you do, Mr. Scooby-Doo. I'm gonna solve the mystery. What happened in my room and what led to Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. More? Jeez, every time I think they can't introduce more, they do. Are you getting used to these non-sub debates? A little bit. I'm getting a little more familiar with them. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truths. But okay, no, that's getting a little more intense, dude. Only one of these bullets can refute the proper... Okay, great. So this adds even more layers to the multiple choice question. That's how I'm trying to look at this, as like a multiple choice question. But they're making things as complicated as possible, aren't they? In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. Great. So not only do you have to combine one, you have to combine two different things. Blobbity, blobbity, blah, until you get a perfect match. You're playing Fall Guys and you're the perfect match minigame. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage your influence gauge. Press the L button to rotate. Oh, this is too much, dude. Rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the L button to cycle through the bullet. Okay, or you can hold the L button and then use the left stick to select the specific bullet. Okay. Trial and error. Like I said, trial and error. The logic difficulty set to kind. Fewer bullets will be loaded in the cylinder. I don't think we set it to kind, unless that's the hardest difficulty, but I don't think that that's the hardest difficulty. For purposes of the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Okay, that's what I set it as, so it's gonna be like this always. Good luck and have fun. Jamming in my ear, bro. Oh, whoa, three? Oh, I gotta pay attention here. Hold on.
When the fighting broke out.
We already talked about the kitchen knife.
Grabbed the sword.
Replica sword or replica sheath, probably.
The first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden in her leg.
Well, we think she did have the knife, so that's probably true.
The culprit took that from her too.
Right.
And they killed her with it.
Right, I agree with all of that. That sounds right.
Exactly what happened.
All right, so it must be the first thing that he said, which of course Hiro said it, which is wrong. The sword-based sneak attack. But what do we hit it with? The sword was used first, and the knife came afterwards. Is that really the order of events that leads to some unexplainable details?
When the fighting broke
replica sword, replica sheath.
Sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
I'm just gonna have to. I actually don't know where they're going with this.
No, it's wrong.
That's right. I mean, that's wrong, but that's right. Makoto, that's wrong, but it's right. Okay, I actually don't understand this.
I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Okay.
Why not?
I actually don't understand where this is going, but I had a feeling it was that first bullet, and then it was one of the two things, and I was basically just gonna guess one and then the other. But I guess the right one first, but I still have no idea why that's right.
Because the sword sheath had been scratched.
Oh yeah. I remember that, but I never really thought too much about it.
See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
That's honestly a really poor picture to show that there's a gash in it, because I don't see the gash in the picture.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Yeah, like the kitchen knife, exactly.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
He's I don't know why he's like, the last two things you've said have been absolutely hilarious to me.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
I just never even thought about the scratches meaning anything. I totally overlooked that actually having any relevance to any importance. Not relevance, but importance.
If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That is true. You know, now that they're saying this, I feel stupid. I don't know why I didn't think about this.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
You're not wrong.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
Okay. Finally, he doesn't act like a know-it-all and actually ask a legitimate question here.
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Maybe?
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Right. But we think Sayaka had the knife first, right? So that means Sayaka tried to attack the person who came in the room first, right? That's what we're saying.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife is the one who attacked first.
Which we think is Sayaka.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere.
No, that's not what happened.
Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
No, that's not what happened.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too.
Unless Sayaka's the biggest idiot in the world, there's no way she would just leave the knife hidden somewhere for the culprit to find it. That makes no sense. She would obviously attack with it first.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
No,
Sorry,
I don't think so.
I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Right.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Why are you getting so defensive, buddy?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Part of her body that she never used a sword. Her broken wrist, her palms, her stomach. If you're using this sword, say, to use a sword you have to hold it, right? You have to hold the sword to use the sword. Were there any gold pieces on her hand? I don't believe there were they? It was just on her wrist. Let's go with her palms.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
That was my logic too, Makoto. Thanks for agreeing with me.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Because, Hina, clearly you haven't been paying attention to second grade math over here. We've already discussed this.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle.
Well then I'm glad that the gold coating was still on the sword when all of this went down, or we would have severely less clues.
It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
Right. But we didn't find anybody with gold coating on their hands, did we?
There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
That's a point. I mean, we didn't find anybody who had gold on their hands.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Right.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Yeah, that's exactly it. You totally got it, Toko. That's exactly it. Finally, you got something right.
No, that's not it at all.
Kidding. Mark another one in the wrong department for Toko. There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because... Right, the water turns off at night.
I got it!
I remember them talking about that.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
Yeah. And I always thought that was kind of a weird rule at the time, but it comes in handy for this situation, doesn't it?
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
Ah! What? Hey, Victor. Monokuma, listen. I understand you're about this. You guys can't ever leave. You guys can't. Monokuma, listen. This is about human decency, okay? If you're gonna allow murder, it's one thing. You cannot allow us to be stuck with somebody who we've had been here at least a week at this point, right? And she has not taken a shower one time. Monokuma, this becomes a matter of human decency at this point. You have to evict her out of here, bro. You have to. Like, this is no longer, like, murder is one thing. Not showering for a week, that's where I draw the line. That is the grossest thing. Bro, Toko, how far down can you stoop? Even you got him saying oh my to that. Now you know you've gone too far.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey!
Okay, I'm here for this fight. This is hilarious.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
I can't. What is this game anymore?
An insult, obviously.
Leon, shut up. Don't get involved. This is between the two of them.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword.
So we think, yes.
But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one without the sword, which we talked about a few minutes ago, with having to be Sayaka. This is gonna blow his mind, probably.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
Yeah, I figured this out like 20 minutes ago. At least 20 minutes ago. But it's still a shocking revelation for the class.
But we already said that the attack started with...
Sayaka.
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
So you're telling me Sayaka left the sword out, even knowing she was going to attack first? So she actually is quite the fool. She actually is quite the fool. Why would she not hide the sword if she was going to attack? You know, if she's going to attack, why would she leave the person she's going to attack with an avenue of self-defense? I mean, that seems really freaking stupid from her point of view, but whatever.
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Yes. Yes, it was Sayaka.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
We've been played, boys.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Oh, bro, I'm getting goosebumps. I kind of figured this out, like I said a little while ago, but I'm still getting goosebumps when it's finally being revealed. Like, this is kind of like quite the plot twist of the century here. And like I said, we were in the same room alone at nighttime in soundproof walls. And she had the knife on her then, probably. She definitely did. Because she went to dining hall before that, because she wouldn't have left the room after that. So that's really scary to think about. Makoto, you were this close away from becoming mincemeat.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
Yep, yeah, bitch boy's right.
And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Sakura always has to speak just so, like, fancy with how she says things. All the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto. Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
She was. Right, okay, thank you actually for bringing this up, Celeste. What was the point of this? This is what I don't understand. What was the point of us switching rooms and then switching name tags? If she wanted the killer to just think it was her room, then why did we switch rooms at all?
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
I didn't even think of that, bro. I didn't even think of that. And meanwhile, I thought my trust issues couldn't get even worse with her. Oh my goodness. We really were played like a fiddle. And I felt like an idiot for not trusting her. Oh, this game, bro. This is only trial 1. What the hell am I in for?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
I'm glad they blanked that out, because they could have said any word there, and some pretty weird choices could have been inserted there as well.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
Right. Well, if she wanted to pin the crime on Makoto, then that all makes sense now. That's the missing link that I needed. Wow. Wow.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room.
That's horrible. Makoto, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't trust anyone the rest of the game. That's messed up. Especially after you had to comfort her all that time. Like, Sayaka, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And then she does this to you? Hell no, bro. I ain't talking to nobody the rest of the game. Are you kidding me?
And by
I'm retreating to my cave and never leaving.
That would implicate Makoto.
Yeah, bro. That's messed up. She took advantage of your kindness.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
Yeah, obviously.
So all that's why she switched the names?
I get the missing link at this point. I completely understand what's happening. But clearly her little plan didn't work out, did it? Because she ended up dying with the knife that she meant to kill somebody with.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
How so?
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
That's probably the smartest thing you've ever said. You're right. She would. Or I would. But who would they believe? That's also the question. Do we have any evidence of this? Because she could just say we didn't.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
That too. This guy's such a simp. He was such a simp for her. He might literally go down with the ship just to not even call her out like that. I wouldn't put it past Makoto.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him.
So messed up. So incredibly messed up, bro. This girl is actually a psychopath. Nah, this is insane. That is messed up.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation.
Yeah.
A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar.
Get burned,
Who would be
Makoto.
more likely to believe.
Then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Yes. Exactly.
Holy shit!
Calm down.
But in the end, her plan backfired.
Her plan did backfire because she ended up eating it. Yeah. She tried to kill whoever she invited over, but clearly it did not turn out that way, and good, because she didn't deserve to survive. She played Makoto like a fiddle, thinking that she was gonna pin him for murder, and she ended up eating it. So, I don't feel bad for her anymore.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Oh, how the tables have turned, and they've turned a lot in this case as well.
Just hold on. That can't be true.
Okay, well, here's the thing, Makoto. I know that you want to simp for her. I get it. I understand, but like, this is pretty overwhelming. I had to sneeze, but I didn't. This is pretty overwhelming evidence. Because of the wonderful things she does. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We're off to see the wizard.
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument.
Basically, Makoto, everything we just said is true. So, better accept it.
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
Okay. But I don't know the answer to that yet.
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
There's a time limit? That's kind of messed up. I seriously hope he's kidding about that.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
But I have no idea. We still don't have any evidence that would tell us who did it. We've figured all of this out. We figured that she turned the tables, or she planned the whole thing, but we don't know who ended up coming over. How are we gonna figure this out?
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Kyoko, if you know the answer, now would be the time to say it. Like, stop playing these games with us. This is our lives. All of our lives on the line right here, okay? Stop being like, oh, you need to solve this mystery and come to the answer yourself. Why? No person in a real situation like this would say that, okay? They would instantly say what they thought was the answer.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
You know, don't you? You figured pretty much everything else out, so there's no way that you don't know. Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. I mean, I think we still have more truth bullets. So, there is stuff left, but I just don't know where we go from here. Well, I guess the game is going to tell us. Because they're going to put us in an argument. Trash Judy, Aoi's account. We already did Aoi's account. Dying message. We have not done dying message yet. Let's see what they have to say.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Well, we have more clues, but how do we use them?
And let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
That's not something to contradict.
Do we really have time for all that?
No, probably not, Celeste.
Die! Die!
Yeah, that's what I'd like to say to you.
If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Thanks, Captain Obvious. Okay, it's clearly got to be the first thing. There is still a clue left that can lead us to who killed her. Gotta be her dying message. Yep, Sayaka left. It gotta be the dying message then.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues,
Well,
right?
how about this clue? If it's even a clue.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Break!
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Right, but we haven't actually established what the hell that code could mean yet.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Bro said dining.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
Right.
11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Kyoko, if you know what the dang clue is, now would be the time to speak up. I'm just saying.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask,
What do you need to ask?
can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
I mean, she's got a point, but, like, why wouldn't it have been her? There's no question Sayaka read the message, I can prove it. Oh, jeez. Alright, we're talking about anatomy here. Left index finger, right? Because there was the whole part about the blood on her finger, right? I think that's the blood on her finger. We glossed over that. Yeah, alright, cool.
Her left index finger had blood on it.
Yeah, exactly.
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
Yep, Yep, that holds up.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Right. Right. Left hand to right, but also right. That's right.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still.
Dang, owie. It was like the most serious I've ever heard a voice actor. That was kind of threw me off for a second.
What the heck do those numbers mean?
Right, well, we don't know.
11037?
No, we don't have any idea what that means, do we?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
Yeah, but she doesn't, because I already asked her this question, Mondo, and she was completely useless, like pretty much everyone else here.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Excuse me? What do you mean they're not numbers?
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Those are pretty clearly numbers, Kyoko.
Huh? What? What?
I'm with Mondo, what? Those are literally numbers, bro. You can literally see. There's like a 7, and then there's a 0, and then there's a 3. And
No, it's just look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
There is no way that Hifumi figured this out, and I didn't. I will never be able to live this down.
Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Oh yeah, there's like a little look, my finger can point right to it. There's a little thing right there. There's a little thing connecting the two ones. It looks like an N. That's what it looks like.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there.
It's very faint.
So I assumed it was 1, 1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Okay, but where does that get us exactly? I don't really know, but what I do know is we're out of time for today's episode. So, we're going to have to figure it out on the next episode, whatever that N means in the code. My friends, I think we're getting to the climax here. I think we're getting to the end, and I'm excited to figure out exactly what the game has in store for us. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. We'll be back to wrap this up soon. This is a Salad, signing out. Thank you so much for watching. peace. Have a good rest of your day and your night. And I will see you in the next episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Bye.